Hello my loves. Right, I've got a beautiful hand model in today called Freya, and we're going to be doing some baby boomers. I've been asked to do some baby boomers, and luckily that's what she wanted actually, so it was quite handy. So I'm starting off by sanitizing her nails. All pretty and nice and sanitized. And I'm going in with my Ethel cuticle tool. This is from Navy Professional, Navy Pro Tools. And what Ethel does, as well as pushing the cuticles back, is it removes a whole lot of that non-living tissue that causes lifting. I can't live without Ethel now. Now I've got Ethel, I will never be without Ethel. She will be my bestie forever. You don't need to apply a lot of pressure. You glide the tool along the nail plate and it does its job. So you're not going to hurt your client because you're not having to really push those cuticles back, because the shape of the tool means that it does the job for you. That's what it's designed for. And using this along with their hygiene kit means that it's super quick to use to sort out in between clients. It takes 5 minutes, which is great. So as you can see, we're getting a whole lot of bits and bobs off of the nails. Oh, bit of zoom in action, bit of cuticle porn here. I feel like I should be playing some Barry White. Oh yeah. But you can see I'm not pushing down, I'm not applying pressure. I'm literally letting the tool do the work for me. And it really does help with any lifting. So if you want to eliminate lifting, the key is to up your prep game 100%. Because that's 99% of the time that's what it is, isn't it? It's to do with prep. Dust is a nightmare. I want to get a dusty brush attachment for my e-file actually. I've heard they're very good, so I will get one of those. As you can see, Ethel's really getting in there. She loves a juicy bit of cuticle action. I've got a discount code. I'll stick it in the description box with the link to the website and all that shebang. Oh, little siren going past. If you turn Ethel round, you can kind of use her to kind of help scrape some of that dust out that's getting right in those folds there. So we don't want that. Now, wherever possible, I've managed to film thumbs, which is good as well. I haven't done my nails yet. I am literally sat with one hand with blue and flowers and one hand with just manky natural nails. But I haven't had a lot of time. I'm studying at the moment so that I can teach. Because I've had a lot of people message about one-to-ones. I could just say, come on down and I will teach you, but I want to do it properly. So I'm sorry that you're having to wait, those of you that have asked me, but I want to make sure that when I teach, I am fully trained and equipped to teach in many different methods, not just like showing you what I do. I just want to do it properly. I want to make sure that I'm giving people incredibly good value for money, and I want to do it properly. And eventually, I'm going to be working towards accredited beginners courses and all that as well, and accredited courses as well, because I believe that's very important. I'll still do skill building as well. I'll be offering skill building courses, but I want to do my teaching training quickly first, and I am working my butt off trying to get it done, so bear with me. If you want to drop me a message with your email address, then I will formulate a list. I've got a few people already, but I'll formulate a list so that I can contact you the minute it's a go-go, or systems go, and then I'll tailor make things especially for you. But we'll talk about that anyway. We'll talk about that near the time. Now I'm going in with Helen. The Helen nippers are perfect size, very sharp. You don't need to put a lot of effort. You don't need to tug at people's skin, which is just vile. And I only nip really if there's any dryness there. I am not nipping anything unnecessarily because I just don't think that's very nice. I just nip if there's hangy dry bits that are going to get in the way of the service. And then I'm using a 180 grit file. I'm not applying pressure, I'm just going over the nail surface just to etch the nail plate so that the acrylic adheres properly. Now I debated between sculpting and using tips on Freya's hands, and I decided to use tips because some of her, the majority of her nails had a good little bit of free edge on them. Some were a bit damaged, and I figured for me at the moment it would just be quicker and easier for me to pop some tips on. And it was, actually. So I've applied the Glitter Planet Pro tips, the pre-pinched ones. And I've literally just applied them, filed them in, and then I've dehydrated and primed using Diamond Nail Supplies. And then I'm going in with Diamond Nail Supplies Brilliance, which is the white, and I'm using my Nailmate size 10 brush. You just need the lightest touch. The white is not super sticky, so it's really easy to work with. And I will lay the white down on each finger first on both hands, and then go back down with the cover pink and ombre it in. So I want that white to set nicely. I do think I probably should have, because I've not used these tips before. I've used them on me, but I've not used them on someone else, and it's always different when you do your own nails because you can take as long as you want. I feel like I probably should have filed the tip into the nail bed a little bit more, into the plate there, see? There's a little bit of just a ridge from the tip, so I probably should have filed that down a bit more. So lesson learnt for next time, because I've not used these tips before, so I wasn't quite sure. I thought, well, I'll see how it goes. It turned out fine, but I would have preferred a slightly smoother base to work on. Because I'm using core powders and not intense colours, I'm not using, and also she probably won't be coming back for a redesign. This was just like a one-off for a special occasion. So she's going to be removing them, or having them removed. And so I didn't put a clear layer down, because it's unnecessary. They're core powders, they're not going to stain the nail plate. I don't need them any extra strength, so I don't need a base because I'm not applying a design powder. So it would be unnecessary bulk, but normally the clear would tie in the tip that's been applied. So I should have filed that tip down more. So there you go. Just showing my flaws. I'm a human. As you can see, this white is just super, super easy to work with. And then going in with, oh my god, I think it's Pink Opal Shimmer from Glitter Bells. Now, I have got in my possession, they were delivered 10 minutes ago, some new cover pinks from Diamond Nail Supplies. So I'm going to be doing a swatch video because I prefer to use all one system. And Jade's been working really hard on getting the right cover pinks made up, so I've got some more to show you I'm really excited about. But this combination worked really well. I am using my Valentino dust collector, but it also works as, it's got a carbon filter, so if you have it on throughout the entire surface, it really, really helps with fumes, which is awesome. I'm going in now. I can't remember if this glitter is Diamond Nail Supplies or the Unicorn's Den. It's a rose gold hollow. The pots are like identical and I can't remember which one's which, but it's rose gold hollow. And we're just doing a little swoosh. Swooshy thingamajiggy wiggy. Just pick up a tiny bead of clear and pop that over because we're going to be capping this as well, so you need to keep it thin. I always cap an ombre because otherwise you're going to file away the blend. So try to build the layers up gradually so you don't get too bulky. So I've done, this is obviously a baby boom where I've been asked to do that. I've been asked to do a wedding style on short nails. I have an idea, so bear with. I know I've still got swatches to do. Oh, so many things. I think I've got both mummies in next week. What I do like about this brush is you just need the lightest touch. I'm getting the hang of it now. You don't need a lot of force, you just need the lightest touch. I've still got a discount code for Glitter Planet actually, so I'll stick that in the description box as well. So as you can see, I'm just using my brush to shimmy that bead up towards the cuticle very gently. Just shimmy it along and then feather it down. It's a lot easier than placing the bead super duper close and risking flooding the cuticle area and causing lifting. Then I'm just using my brush to smooth it out. Okay, so we're capping now with Clarity from Diamond Nail Supplies. So I'm applying the bead, just nudging it up towards the cuticle. I don't need to build a huge apex, they're not super long nails. I'm just protecting the blend here so they don't need to be very thick. And I'm stroking the acrylic continuously just to smooth it out, because then that's less work to do filing. And then applying a little bit on the tip there because I felt like it was still very thin because the colours, the powders are very pigmented. So I'd got an incredibly thin tip and I just thought, I'm going to add a little bit more clear. And we're going to cap this beautiful glitter nail. I've sped it up now because I don't want you getting bored. But when you're capping glitter, it will change colour and a lot of clients will look at it and go, why is it not shiny anymore? It means you're doing your job right if it's not shiny anymore. Again, adding a little bit there at the tip because it was very, very, very thin. So you can see the colour change on that glitter. That means it's all capped and protected. So when you file, you're not going to file away and end up with like patches missing. Which I still get sometimes, so don't worry if it does happen. It's not the end of the world. And this nail, that nail I've just done actually looked a bit bulky, but I filed it out. It was fine. I think the tip was... Some people have like a narrow cuticle area and then a widening free edge, like a fan nail, which can be quite frustrating to work with. So it's good to, if you've got people like that, or you know people, it's good to get them in and have a practice. I probably should have pinched a little bit tighter. Onto the thumb. Don't need to add a whole lot of product at the cuticle because we have a core powder there. What we're doing is balancing out the body of the nail where the blend is. That's the process. And my phone rang at this point and got cut off of filming, so I apologise, it's a bit disjointed. I can't remember where it is, but the phone rang. Anyway, there you go. So now we're just using my, I think it's a medium bit, but it's super, super fine. And just taking away any bulk, just, you know, less work on the hands then. I didn't miss out a couple of nails there because they were out of shot, so I thought, well, you probably don't need to see that. And then I'm going in with the Glitter Planet steel file that I've got with the replaceable filing pads, boards, bits. Really good for sharpening your sidewalls and your free edge. So I always do sidewall, free edge. I change files to do the body of the nail now because I prefer a softer, flexible file for the body of the nail. But this is amazing for those sidewalls and free edge. Oh my god. I'm looking forward to doing my nails actually, because I'm going to do them super long again. And like really crisp. But yeah, definitely this file is a godsend, especially if you've got painful joints, because you don't get as much resistance from a steel file. So you're not having, I feel like it doesn't hurt my hands as much, which is good. I've changed files and I'm going in with a 180 grit around the cuticle just to smooth that out, and then all over the body of the nail. The way it currently is sitting at the dining room table here, I am too low down, so I find that when I'm filing it pinches my shoulders, in between the shoulder and neck, because I'm having to have my hands up. So it kind of brought home to me the importance of ergonomics in your work environment. And you know, if you are working full time, you need to make sure you're in the right position, because you're going to cause yourself injuries. Luckily I don't have to worry about that at the moment, but once the salon is open, I'm going to have everything set up perfectly, because the pain is horrible. I always go back over the sidewalls and free edge and just keep crisping them up, going over the body of the nail, crisping them up. And then I use a technique which I picked up from the amazing Tracy Lou. So I turn the client's hand around. She got all the best tricks. And Mel, of course, so, you know, he's the cutest. So I'm just literally looking at the cuticles here, going over a couple of little bits, being really finicky and annoyingly fussy. Then I'm going to turn her hand around. I didn't get to film all of it because it was very difficult to get it in shot, but I did manage 1 or 2 nails. So I'll kind of show you what I did. But again, it's not something I've thought up, it's something that I saw recommended. So I, again, look at it from her perspective and just crisp up the sidewalls and free edge really nice. So crispy. And then we're on to crystal application. So all my crystals are from Angel Crystals, and I do have a discount code. This stunning one is the Kite shape. This is in clear, but it reflects so many colours. And then I've got the clear mix bag as well. And we're doing kind of like a swoosh, but I wanted the kite in there just to give it something different. Bit of zhuzh. And they are so sparkly in the natural light. I've used lots of different types of crystals, but with Swarovski you just can't beat the shine. You cannot replicate the shine and the strength, so they don't scratch like the cheaper ones do. They don't dull. They just stay amazing. I just couldn't stop wiggling the nail looking at it. And then we're on to top coat. I'm using Diamond Nail Supplies tack-free top coat. Oh, I think I've got a new one in my bag actually, in my delivery. Yay! And top coat that glitter. See it come back to life there with the hollow. Ah. Beautiful. And then after that, there's just a short video of the finished design. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I will be back very soon with another video. I will see you then. Tally bye!